good, y'all? Auto-Tune Boy Jones here, back with another reaction, and today we got the Auto-Tune Ruined Music video by Patrick CC. I watch these videos all the time anyway, and you know, I was like, let me just see how this kind of goes. He always does stuff within music or just like these mini docs and stuff, so I'm very curious on where he's gonna kind of go with it. Also, again, I like using auto-tune. I just want to hear his thoughts, kind of give some of my own and shit. So yeah, let's go and just jump into it. Fuck it. I feel like we're gonna have a whole like discussion on how like T-Pain got approached by Usher saying that he's ruining music
with auto-tune versus a good.
Okay, I thought I hit play.
Saying auto-tune ruined music is an exhausted argument that old people have been complaining about for the past 15 years.
Facts.
Their assumption is that you can use the...
See, look, it's funny. He says last 15 years. People have been doing that since, oh yeah, here we go. Ever since she used it way longer ago. So that's crazy.
Tool on anyone's voice and it will magically make them a great singer, which is only partially true. Look at this bad singer with auto-tune versus a good singer with auto-tune.
Through the fire, to the limit, to the walls. Oh, I sound good.
And then,
yeah, you know, I've been looking for you. So
basically, the tool can make a bad singer.
Yes, I'm glad he did that. That's amazing that he showed the difference, because the thing is, you still have to sing goodish to make auto-tune sound good. It is not an automatic thing. Also, to get certain auto-tune aesthetics, you have to sing things a certain way. It really is a tool that allows for a lot of creativity, but a lot of people just don't know because you don't use it. To be honest, as someone who sings, it's harder for me to use auto-tune sometimes because I try thinking of auto-tune as a singing tool, as in where I'm trying to use it as a rapping tool, and sometimes that messes me up whenever I'm using it.
Singer somewhat tolerable and a good singer sound near perfect, but some artists use it for creative purposes.
Yes.
T-Pain is the artist most commonly associated with auto-tune,
and that's what I would
and he's
want to do
actually
with
a
it.
phenomenal singer. He used the effect in 2004 not to be better, but to be different. During the beginning of this video, I want you to stop thinking about artists like T-Pain, Travis Scott, Kanye West, and anyone else who uses auto-tune as a creative effect.
Okay.
That's not who we're talking about right now.
Oh.
The artists in question are the ones who are understood to be good or great singers, but use auto-tune to achieve perfection.
Interesting.
Because there is a big problem with perfect singing. But first, a word from our sponsor, Kamikoto.
No,
Over 800 years.
All right, Pat, I love you, but we ain't doing this one right now. But I'll give you your watch time, though. I promise. All right, that's it.
Auto-tune is a plugin, a program that was invented by Andy Hildebrand in 1997.
Yes,
the word auto is important because the program automatically perfects their singing in real time. Shortly after, another similar program was invented called Melodyne. The basic goal of these tools: pitch correction. When an artist sings, they're trying to hit specific notes. If they miss a note, these tools will essentially force the sound recording up or down in pitch to correct the error. But missing a note is not an error. It's called character, style, color, emotion. Sure, if you miss every note, or are constantly missing notes, you are just bad at singing. But the way a singer misses the notes is what makes them unique. Listen to the before and after pitch correction on a great singer's voice.
I want to hear this.
Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone.
You may not be able to hear a huge difference, but the version with Melodyne removes some of the soul in Bill's voice.
Yes.
Here's an example that is a little more obvious.
Let me go home.
Notice how that E4 note Michael Bublé sang is a perfectly straight line? This would be like pressing down on a piano. The accuracy is next to impossible to achieve by a human.
Yes.
Oh, I'm just too far from where you are.
His singing just kind of sounds like noise, like a robot, no emotion, which kind of defeats the point because it's an emotional song. Here's another example.
This is very interesting that he's going into this point of it, because I do agree. I had a song come out. I'm not pointing out which one it was. But after like it came out, I was like, I wish I would have relaxed on some of the auto-tune, and it did sound too synthetic. I feel like this is also the same way when people go, oh, you're using fake guitars, fake drums and stuff like that, because you can hear some syntheticness if you really have the ear for it after making music for so long. Trust me, you hear a lot of different things, and yeah, no, that is syntheticness. Yeah, sometimes it can kind of irk you a little bit.
Example.
When my eyes were stared by the flash of a neon light.
Just sounds very robotic and soulless. Now compare that to someone who is not using autotune. Now Freddie Mercury is considered to be one of the best of all time, but this singing isn't perfect pitch. You can see he's missing some notes, but it still sounds amazing, filled with emotion, with life. Perfect pitch removes the human element of the voice.
Yes.
But these days, human connection doesn't even matter. Not using autotune might actually do more harm than good. If human connection mattered, then electronic dance music wouldn't be as popular as it is.
That is true.
In most genres, it seems like the connection comes from the rhythm of the beat or the lyrics, rather than the actual voice of the performer. However, I think we can agree that hearing an artist perform their work with no effects makes us feel something.
I couldn't fight it. I'd hoped you'd see my face and that you'd be reminded that for me.
Jesus Christ, dog.
With you.
People who can just naturally
There's something special about a human that can sing so well. Even singers who don't have amazing pitch are able to evoke an emotional response to the listener based on the passion they convey.
He's so right. There's also some people where it's the character of their voice.
Tired of bezzing and running up, I gotta put the new bells inside of the freezer. Back at the
like what's her name? What's her name? The girls just want to have fun chick. I don't think she's necessarily the best singer in the world, but the character of her voice is really what makes her sound so cool. Because, like, you know, to be honest, she kind of has like this head voice, scratchy like type voice, and it just sounds cool. And I feel like if we were to go through and pitch correct her, it would not sound as cool, you know?
The trap, I was ducking the people, ducking the birds, sending out the meagles.
So you would assume that live performances is where you get to see all your favorite artists perform their songs in their natural voice.
No.
Maybe. Some singers are very adamant about not using autotune in live performances, but sometimes autotune is applied to their microphones without them even knowing.
Yo, I know we're live right now, but I think you guys have some tune on my vocals or something.
Bieber's autotune was likely set to the wrong key, which was making his singing sound terrible. If it was in the right key, he may not have even noticed. But does a singer using autotune live ruin the value of the performance? Is it dishonest? When you consider they have to dance, engage the crowd, and pace themselves properly for 1 or 2 hours, they get fatigued and are likely to miss some notes. So a little help from autotune isn't the worst thing in the world. Think about the big bright lights.
Dog, I ain't gonna lie. Doing live shows again this year, woo, shit is hard, dog. Cause like, man, I did like a lot of choir singing, and you're stationary for choir singing. Does not affect you as much. Like I've definitely done, like, I'm moving around and stuff, but no, like, people who can do like hour sets are gods, because keeping that level of intensity the entire way through while you're moving and stuff feels almost impossible. So hey, they are in a league of their fucking own. I'm telling you, shit.
Bass blasting through the massive speakers, standing in the middle of a sea of people, everyone dancing and living in the moment. That is what makes the performance memorable.
Yes,
it doesn't really matter what type of music is playing or who is performing it, as long as the energy and environment is right. Most rappers don't even perform their songs. They just play the MP3 version that you would listen to on Spotify, and they jump around screaming a few of the words. But rap fans...
Okay, I will say, I kind of do hate that. Not in totality. Not in totality. I will say, I went to go see a concert, and they did that. But like, I don't even think I got 2 bars out of them. They'd be like, I'm like, bro, at least pretend to sing the whole goddamn song. Like, like, damn, bro, I need more performing out of my performance that I'm coming to come see here. I don't care if you use the whole track or not, but like, give me the performance aspect. Like, it was like I was at a listening party with them because they'd say like 3 words and be like, yeah, 3 words. Yeah, I'm like, nah, dog, I need a little bit more than just that.
Still love these concerts.
They don't like it when you're telling the truth. I'd rather be realer than you.
And these fans are starting to encourage the use of the effect. The attitude towards autotune varies from genre to genre. In EDM, nobody cares. Daft Punk have been using all kinds of crazy vocal effects since their inception, and nobody ever mentions them. After all, it is called electronic music. In hip-hop, it was heavily rejected at first, but thanks to a few legendary artists such as T-Pain, Kanye West, and Lil Wayne, over time it became beloved. Now most hip-hop fans don't mind the use of the effect. In rock, pop, country, and other genres that have been traditionally dominated by talented vocalists is where artists get the most criticism. I mean, these are some of the oldest genres, where 50, 60, 70 years ago, your performance was everything. You wouldn't have a career if you weren't a good vocalist. These days,
now
if
everybody
you don't
can
use
be
auto-tune, it might actually hurt your potential. Kids and young adults will always be deciding what the status quo is for pop culture. If you don't have a young fan base, you won't be topping the charts. Young people have been so conditioned to hearing perfect pitch for the past 20 years that when we hear something that isn't perfect, it sounds unprofessional or unfinished. Since the industry standard has been pushed to use pitch correction, you have to use it to stay competitive. This leads people to believe that it ruined the music industry. Now, the barrier to entry into the music industry is lower than ever. Anyone can buy a $50 microphone online, download or purchase a DAW and auto-tune and record a song, then post it on TikTok, go viral, and get a record deal. But is that a bad thing? If people like the song, then they like the song. Music is subjective after all. However, some artists will spend years and years mastering their craft, only for it to fall on deaf ears, whereas others blow up by accident or off a gimmick. Does one person deserve more recognition than another? Should there be a new Grammy or award or category for real singers or non-auto-tune singers? Auto-tune is just another technical.
That's a good question. To be honest, can you have the best singing performance if you use auto-tune? Also, how heavily is auto-tune? Because the thing is, a lot of these great singers still use auto-tune, but to like barely using it though. So, I don't know.
Technological advancement that was bound to happen. Humans are always trying to make things easier, faster, more efficient. People think that singing is just a natural talent. It mostly isn't. It takes years and years of practice and training, along with maintaining that skill. Singers are constantly warming up their vocals, making sure they eat and drink properly, and trying to maintain their skill. But if you are pretty good, or very good, or kinda good, just slap a little bit of auto-tune and speed up that process. Because if you spend too much time perfecting your voice, there's a new singer that pops up every 6 months who might captivate the audience's interest. And they use autotune. The world is moving at an incredible pace, and greatness takes time. But people don't want to wait for greatness anymore. So most artists are not willing to take the risk and miss their chance at achieving their music dream.
I enjoyed that video. That was a really good one. The fact that he didn't spend majority of his time talking about auto-tune aesthetics, I think is very unique, because everyone always wants to go into the auto-tune aesthetic. Yes, that is the purpose of people using auto-tune within rap and stuff like that. Like, yes, that's the sound they want to achieve. I think going into people who are natural singers and they give off the vibe of them being a natural singer is a little bit more of a realm where it should be talked about. But yeah, no, auto-tune, cool plug-in to use. I have it. Almost every musician has it. I feel like you can go, but you can go overboard with almost anything, if we're being real. So, finding a nice light balance between the two, I think is, always the best option. There's never a right side, wrong side. Well, I don't say never, but on things. But yeah, no, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I think I might want to react to more Patrick CC videos because I just like his content. All right, so yeah, that's my time. I'll see you on the next one. See ya.